out.
What's your full name?
Lindiwe Müller-Westernhagen.
When's your birthday?
June 24th, 1976.
I have that now in my mind. Favorite color?
I would say my favorite color is blue, but I've been saying pink a lot for strange reason. Pink has never been my favorite color, but it's turning into it. So I'd say pink and blue. Blue is still edging pink out.
Do you have any pets?
No, I don't.
But you wish some.
I would, during quarantine times, Marius and I almost bought an animal because we were just like, I think everyone like, we just need to cuddle something more. But we didn't get an animal because we move around too much. But he loves cats. He says that I'm a cat, very much like a cat. And I like dogs. I never knew, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I never really liked cats so much, but now I like cats. It's quarantine times, COVID. You just want an animal.
I'm on the dog side. I love dogs, but I don't have one, but
Yeah.
I love dogs. Where are you from?
I was born in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I grew up, I was only birthed there. I grew up in Atlanta, Georgia. And I would say that I became a woman in Cape Town, South Africa, because I lived there in my 30s.
Okay. Favorite food? You're cooking a lot.
God, I'm cooking a lot. I can't cook anymore. Ich kann nicht mehr kochen. Oh my gosh. If I have to eat my food one more time. Wie war 100 Tage in quarantine in South Africa. I cooked every day. Jeden Tag. Oh my gosh. Okay. So definitely not my food. Definitely not my food. If it was my food, it would be risotto for sure. But my favorite food is definitely Japanese.
Okay.
For sure.
Favorite song or song what follows you through your life?
Ooh. That's a really hard one, actually. It's followed me through my life. Because when I was younger, I listened to a lot of R&B growing up in Atlanta. And then in university, I listened to a lot of kind of like alternative music, like Bjork, Tori Amos, PJ Harvey. And now I'm really like, for the last at least 5-6 years, I've been into country music, like religiously, Lucinda Williams, Emmylou Harris, Gillian Welch, that kind. So there's no way I could ever pick a song because it could be as random as, a Biggie Smalls hip hop song to a Lucinda Williams, country song. But music is vital. Music is vital. We have to really go back to the respect, I think, of music. And I'm hoping that these COVID times, I think film and TV have definitely had like this new renaissance, but I think music now, I don't want to say pop music's dead, but I'm just saying, I think people want a little bit more substance from music these days.
Yeah.
And I think hopefully going to come out of this.
Favorite artist? That can be a painter, musician, actor, actress, author, everything.
I'm actually going to say, as far as songwriter, I'm going to say for sure Lucinda Williams, for sure my husband, because even when I translate his German songs to English, he would hate me even saying this, like so embarrassed. But when I translate it to English, there's still so much poetry in what he writes. And I have to give it kudos. I mean, the Deutsche Sprache is so reich. I mean, you can't compare it to English at all. So maybe everything in German sounds good. Favorite painter? Oh gosh, it's so hard to give a favorite because there's so many different artists right now. Favorite artist?
You can mention some.
Wow, but there's so many, There's so many. I love Julian Schnabel. I love what he creates. I love his movies a lot. I'll just stick with Julian Schnabel because he's actually a painter and a director and a writer. So I'll go with him. He's an all-around win.
Great. Favorite film?
Also by Julian Schnabel. Blue is the diving bell and butterfly. And also Blue is the warmest color. Love that film. Yeah, those two.
And your favorite color?
Pink and blue again.
Favorite book?
My favorite book is called The Girls, and it is actually someone wrote a story about the Manson murder that happened years ago in America, and she wrote it from the perspective of one of the girls, and it was just, I mean, it's not a true story, but it was inspired by the story. Loved her, and it was her first book too, The Girls.
What languages can you speak?
Ich kann wenig Deutsch sprechen. Sehr, sehr wenig. Ein bisschen Deutsch sprechen. Puedo hablar español también. And English.
What's your most used phrase or word?
Most used phrase. God, that would have to come from probably Morris would know. Awesome. So American. I know, it's horrible. Awesome.
Or like great. Because
yeah.
I remember I'm teaching my neighbor and my mom English right now. And we talked about, I told them great, and in German it's großartig, and they were like, we never use this word. And I was like, yeah, because it's too long. But the English, the British one, they're always using it because it's so short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Großartig. That sounds, it's a nice ring to it too.
Do you still have any music on vinyl or cassettes?
We have a lot of vinyl. Actually, we just moved to a new place in Berlin, and it's not even my vinyl, it's Marius, and he's got crates and crates of vinyl. So now we want to buy a record player because, I mean, we can't let all that good vinyl go to waste. And cassettes, I'm sure Marius has some cassettes somewhere here, but we have a lot of CDs. And for me, I mean, I grew up buying and looking and paging through the artwork. I just think, yeah, it's quite sad that we're missing that real, physical feeling.
Yeah.
Touching the artwork and reading the words rather than looking it on the internet.
But that's funny because back in last November, I bought the vinyl of Pfefferminz Experiment. I got the name. Sorry. And I didn't have a record player, and then I bought some other vinyls last year, and then on Christmas my parents were like, okay, you get a record player, and now I have them.
Cool. Very cool.
And Pfefferminz Experiment was always my soundtrack while making homework during these times because it was so motivating.
Oh, sweet. Very sweet.
Do you sing in the shower?
I sing everywhere. And Marius always says to me, even if you sing like Maria Callas and you have like the best voice ever, nobody wants to hear it 24/7.
Oh.
I do. I sing everywhere.
It's like me. I'm talking everywhere with myself.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you answer back? Do you answer back? Do you answer back? Do you say, yes, Bonnie, yeah, that was a good idea? Or do you just talk to yourself?
I think I just talked this to myself, but that was actually funny because last year I started learning English, really like practicing it. And I was 2 weeks in Barcelona and everybody talked to me in English. And I was like, okay, maybe I should get now my shit together and learning real talking English. And then I came back and then I said, I'm just talking with myself now in English. And since then I'm talking to myself in English.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's the reason why you speak so good English.
Yeah.
Ich kann nicht ein Interview in Deutsch machen.
But you're answering in some questions, so in German. What's the first thing you do in the morning? What's your morning ritual?
My morning ritual is to snuggle my husband and then brush my teeth, and then my husband drags me off to go meditate with him because
Okay.
I have very bad discipline, and I know meditation is so good for me. So I need that partner to drag me along.
Yeah, but I would need that push too. So I started once and then 2 weeks and then it was over. Who's your legend?
That's that's a very hard question, Bonnie. You know who my legend is? I wouldn't say one person, but for me, anyone, because it took me a long time to kind of find this way for myself, is anyone that follows their heart, who does things. I mean, yeah, you can be fearful, but it's like following through and finishing something. For me, is someone that I would respect and consider a legend. Someone that hasn't given up, that just keeps, if they get knocked down and they just keep getting up and up time and time again. Someone that's positive, someone that helps other people. These to me are people that I admire.
Great. I mean, I made a whole podcast out of it, so